Welcome back, and today we're talking about the top 5 cigar accessories that you need in order to smoke cigars / be able to enjoy your cigars. Now, first things first, the first thing you're going to need to have is something to be able to store your cigar collection, right? If you're going to get a bunch of different cigars that you enjoy from your local brick and mortar or online, you're going to need a place to store them. Now, you can't just store them in any old out in the open. You can't just take your cigar here, and you can't just place it on a table and hope it to stay well. You have to store it nice and neat. You need to protect your cigar, protect your investment, right? So what a lot of people do is you can actually just get a regular Ziploc bag if you want, right, and put your cigars in there, or you can get a humidor like this one here, or any other type of humidor as well, or you can even get like a plastic storage tote as well and store your cigars in there. But the main thing that you have to do is have humidification, right? So if you have a humidor, right, it's going to be filled with cigars, so you're going to need a hydrometer as well in there, but you're going to need a place to store your cigars. Now, after you have a place for storing cigars, you're going to have something very important you need as well, and that's going to be something to keep the humidity in your humidor, right? So what I have here is these Bovedas. Now these Bovedas, you just throw them in there. They're just these little packets like this, and it has a humidification packet. So it's a two-way system. It takes water out, puts water in, right? It's a two-way humidity control. It's pretty easy to maintain. You're gonna know at all times what your humidification is in your humidor, right? So mine should be 69%. I have about 4 of them in there because I have an overabundant amount of cigars in my humidor. And then I also have what's called a hydrometer to help maintain. So this would be, I would call number 3, right? So it's going to show me the humidification. So right now it says 73%, but that's because I had put it in one of my other humidors before this video. All right, so that is number 3, and what I would say number 4 would be as next is you probably were going to want something to cut your cigars, right? So you want a cigar cutter, right? So right here I have a really nice one, that has a vintage patina look to it. This is for a V-cut because I like my cigars V-cut. Now, your last and final investment that you should make, because sometimes you just run out of matches, right? So you're going to need a good lighter, right? You can light your cigar with a normal Bic lighter. You can, but I don't recommend that. I think there's a better way, and something that I absolutely do not recommend is using a Zippo lighter. Now Zippos, while they are wind resistant, they use lighter fluid. Now this lighter fluid is going to leave a bad taste in your mouth as you're lighting the cigar, and it's going to infuse your cigar with a bad taste. Wowever, a normal Bic lighter, you can use that. So matches, Bic lighter, all right? But the next best step, that I would use before resorting to a Bic lighter, if you don't have matches, or matches aren't working, but you do have access to what's called a jet lighter, right? So that's gonna be tip number 5. So if you can see that flame there, a little blue flame, right? So this is a single flame, right? Now, you can also find ones that are quadruple flame, double flame, triple flamed, right? So those are the next best steps for your cigars. Well, why do I say that? Well, because you can toast the end of the cigar, so you can light it and you can toast the end of it, and then you can put it in your mouth, right? And then you can light it from there. So that next best thing. So that is my 5 tips for cigar accessories that you must have. You must have these, all right? It's not something that you can just, not have. I mean, you can bite off into the cigar, but then you're getting tobacco all in your mouth, right? If you have a jet lighter and it's windy outside, right, you now have a way to light your cigar. This thing is not going to go out, all right? Cutter. Yeah, you need a cutter. You don't want tobacco bits in your mouth, right? And then humidor and humidification. Why? Well, you need those so that way you can enjoy a pleasant cigar. A unhumidified cigar is just gonna be a hot smoke and it's gonna burn your mouth. It's not gonna be very enjoyable at all. So you need a place to store your cigars and you need the correct humidity. All right, so there you have it. There's my 5 tips.